Everyone, welcome back. We are finally playing Twitch Plays D&D again this year. I'm very sorry about the delay. I've finally figured out what was making me so tired all the time. But anyway, I found out that because I was trying to take my ADD meds intermittently, I was trying to take them only on days I needed to lock in, it was causing me to be basically in withdrawal for all the other days. So that's why I was so tired all the time for like months and months. Is because I was taking Vyvanse only when, I was taking meds only when I thought I needed to, and because that way I could actually get REM sleep on days that I wasn't taking it. However, that also means that now I would become more tired because I'd basically be in withdrawal. So, what did the doctor say? I have a doctor's appointment next week. Actually, I have 3 doctor's appointments next week. I have a doctor, psychiatrist, and psychologist. So, I'm going to be going with them, but I'm pretty confident that I need to be all or nothing with my ADD meds. And that's the issue here. I feel pretty confident about that, but I'm sure they can tell me something else. Because I actually, now that I've been off of them for a while now, I have my energy back, and I can actually do stuff like Twitch Plays D&D. I've also been approached by some people who might be interested in doing another episode of the Sometimes Show, so I'm pretty excited about that. And this year, I am planning to start marketing a game I've been developing for a while called Hexergy. It's a game involving hexagons. It's kind of like a little bit like Mahjong, a little bit like Dominoes. But I was hoping to maybe organize a stream or two with some friends and hopefully get a crowdfunding thing up and running hopefully by summer, at the latest by winter. But anyway, yeah. Anywho, what do you say we get? Really? Really? First thing in the stream. And it didn't work. It hasn't been working. Actually, no, it worked last time, but it didn't work this time. That's weird. Oh, the bot needs to be updated. I will honor the point redemption and do it manually. Fine. I don't know why you guys always insist on me being in the female model. I don't get it, but whatever. I really don't understand, but whatever. If you say so. It's like, and you know what? Actually, this is officially a pattern. Like, every time I do a stream, you guys almost always go for that one first, near the very beginning. Whether it's, this is what Crows demands. Crows. Okay, it was mostly supposed to be kind of a recurring joke. I mean, not necessarily like, a main... Oh, crowd. Okay. Yeah, it's mostly supposed to be just in there for a gag. I mean... anyway. Let's go over here. Oh, wait, no, it's not set up yet. I need to get this thing all set up and dolled up for Twitch Plays D&D. Just a second. Okay, move all of these to a new window, please, and thank you. Yes. Cool. I like that. Yeah, baby, I like it like that. I like it like that. I guess so. Alright. Okay, that should work now. And I forgot I left the music on. I always do that. I always leave the music on with this thing. Right. Well, I'm certainly feeling better. I appreciate the concern, Swiper. I hope everyone else is feeling well, too. Let me go and grab all the other stuff that needs to be done for this. So we'll need to get the character sheet. Alright. Boom. We got the season 2 one here. Alright, cool, cool. Everything's getting where it's supposed to be. I'm just move myself over here. I discovered vibe coding and can't get enough of it. What in the world is vibe coding? Wait, vibe coding? What the heck is that? Now I have to Google this. What the heck is vibe coding? In computer programming is an AI-assisted software development technique. It describes a chatbot-based approach to creating software with the developer. It describes a project or task to a large language model. It generates a source code based on the prompt. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. So, anyway, let's see who we have here today. We have... Oh! We have a guest in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me explain how Twitch Plays D&D normally works. Let me just go here and get rid of... Okay. So how this works is it's kind of like D&D, but it's simplified to be a lot more fast moving. And well, I'll just say it. It's not the same as D&D, but it's inspired by it at the very least. Now, where did the ice sculpture end up? What we do is everybody votes in chat based on what they want the character to do. So you play as hey, holy crap! We actually got a subscriber. Holy crap! Thank you so much. Thank you, Emma. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Where were we? Thank you for the 2 months. Yeah, that's right. You were supposed to say the duration too. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for the 2 months. I really appreciate it. Where were we? Oh, okay. So you play as Fipo the goldfish, who is our channel mascot. Wait, where is this? Where did I put the ice sculpture? Ow! Oh wait. Why? Anyway, Fipo is our channel mascot, or our chat mascot. It's Fipo the goldfish. Come on, just... Oh, that's right, I'm still on auto select. And basically, this little guy represents your character. I will be the dungeon master. I describe, illustrate, voice act, narrate, and referee all the things that happen in the game. Doing this takes a lot of energy out of me, to be fair. Also, how you choose what your character does is as follows. What does... I will put out polls that will read the chat box, and it will spit it out in a little overlay. And based on what all of you guys vote on, based on what all you guys vote on, is what the character does. All right. So here's a test poll. This is how this works is you type in the number corresponding to the vote that you want in chat, and it'll show up there. The reason I use this instead of the integrated Twitch poll is because this allows for more text for each option than the integrated Twitch does. Let me get this framed right. There we go. So for a little practice, eat a sandwich. You know what? I'm going to back up Yuri on that because I'm actually going to vote. Normally I don't vote, but I'm going to back up Yuri on that. Anyway, we go on all kinds of wacky, zany adventures. I do this... There is not a 69th option. And for some reason, my character is still in the female mode, which we had a whole event about. I'm cursed to sometimes do this when they redeem like 500 points. I should probably bump that up to 1,000, to be honest. But here. Oh, it's on a cooldown. Well... Here's what my normal one looks like. Here, I'll just pop over there. Come on, wake up. Wake up. Grab a brush and do a little makeup. Why leave your keys up on the table? There you go, create another table. Anyways, this is what I normally look like. But, yeah, Chad likes to mess with me and turn me into my anime waifu version because they just like to screw with me. Ow! Anyway, ow! Okay, I will unshrimp my back, Tarth. Jeez. Tarth is my moderator, who is an absolute gremlin. And yes, I'll hydrate. Bump it up to Trout Hand. I don't care. I still have reserve for 5 streams. Trout Hand? What does that mean? What do you mean by Trout Hand? I still have reserved for 5 streams. Ah! Okay. Anyway, basically what will happen during D&D is you guys will vote on stuff. And after like 2 minutes or so, I'll say, you must never feed Tarth after midnight. I'll end the poll, and then we'll pick a thing, and then your character does that. Whenever the character rolls, we have a little dice here. You roll it in there, and boop, boom. Shows up right there. Now, your sheet is very simplified compared to regular D&D. Instead of having a really big and long, elaborate sheet, it's just this tiny little table here. You got 3 main features: physical, mental, and spiritual. You got your health points, your stamina points, and your magic points. You spend stamina points by doing things like melee fighting, by walking places, doing physical stuff. Magic points by casting spells. Health points by taking damage. You only have 3 kinds of checks. Should there be a redeem that removes all timers? What timers? What timers are you talking about? I don't really know how I would... Thank you so much, Tarth, for a gag pull. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so how this works is instead of having like a bunch of different checks and saving throws, we have 3 checks. Very simple. We have a combat check, a skill check, and a magic check. Very easy. Combat is you have an opposed roll versus them. They have an opposed roll versus you. Boom. Simple Simon. And skill checks are kind of still the same. And magic checks work like combat checks, except for the magical. Zargram's a ripe potato. I feel like a potato sometimes. Anywho, let's get started, shall we? Let me just top you back out because we're on a new adventure now. Everything's so blurry, nothing's the same. All right. Actually, that's not an ordinary poll. Maybe I should just... I'm not going to report the poll. I just want to turn it off. And it won't let me turn it off. Anyway, let's get the music started and get started with this. Okay, let's think here. What kind of adventure do I want to run this time? You know what? Wait, no, we already did an ocean adventure as FIPO. Okay, here. Our first poll will be this. Okay, which kind of adventure do you want this time? Standard, scary... Standard, scary, or batshit? Vote now. Uh-oh. Looks like we got 2 votes for batshit and 1 vote for scary. How do I get rid of this dumb overlay? No, not that one. I want... Oh, that might just be the Twitch one. Okay, we have 1 vote for standard and 2 votes for scary and batshit. We need a tiebreaker to between scary and batshit. Who hasn't voted? We have Emo, Brown Wolf, and Yura who's voted. We'll have to do a roll-off if we go to 2 minutes and we haven't decided yet. Oh, Tarth, you caught a piranha. Congratulations. Tarth, I think you already voted. And you got an old PC. My god, it looks like the one I used to have when I was a kid. Alright, we're at 2 minutes, and we're tied between scary and a batshit adventure. If you don't know, batshit's kind of like one of those, almost like an Alice in Wonderland thing, but even weirder. We once had a encounter on an old Marshall stereo amp. It was weird. Anyway, okay, we're gonna finish the poll, and I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do a roll off. If it's 1 to 10, it's a scary story. If it's 11 through 20, it's a batshit story. We're gonna roll now. Starting the roll now, and what the hell? What the hell? Who did that? What the hell? Anyway, stopping. Okay, we're doing a batshit adventure. Why is that? What? Ugh. Okay, these are a lot more effort to do, but fine. Oh yeah, I remember that, Emo. I remember that. Alright, you have chosen, and by roll-off, of... Okay. Fine. 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 Happy? I hope you're happy. I hope you're so content with this. Anyway. Okay. Let's see here. What would be... We need the dead or alive age system? What the heck is that? What is it? Whatever. I don't have time to get... We have to get started. Okay. I just had a funny idea. Okay, guys, I know what we're doing today. All right. Please, 99 all chickles. Oh, fuck off. Okay. FIPO! Congratulations! You find yourself in a world, well, in an area with a paved blacktop. Hang on a second. Go to color overlay. It's a big parking lot. And you feel a little bit out of place. Maybe a bit, you might even say you might feel like a fish out of water. Anywho, hang on a second. Let me just hide Peepo for the, or sorry, FIPO. That's right. It's not Peepo. It's FIPO. That's right. Whoops. No, I want this one. I want to go to Brush Manager. There. All right. No, not like that. Like this. And then this. And then whoop. Whoop. Boop. Boop. Oh, yes. My perspective and foreshortening is impeccable. Anyway. So you find yourself in a parking lot. Now, wait, what the hell did you just... I don't even want to touch that. I gotta stay locked in. I gotta stay locked in. Okay, you are in a parking lot. Now, at the end of the parking lot is a convenience store. The convenience store is made out of, like, concrete and whatever the hell. And it's warm weather. And behind it is a convenience store called 24/7. God dang it. There we go. And let's give it a big, nice sign out front. I can't even see what that is. There we go. We'll make that nice and bold. And we'll make it, I don't know. Orange. There we go. There's a convenience store there. Eternal convenience. Okay. You look around and you have a choice of things to do. Okay. You find yourself in the parking lot of a convenience store. What do you do? Go into the store. Leave the parking lot. Try to score some meth. Cast a spell. There we go. All right, we got 4 options on the board. Vote now. 1 for go into the store. 2 for leave the parking lot. 3 for try to score some meth. And 4 to cast a spell. We have 2 votes for go into the store. When we get to 2 minutes, we'll close the poll and decide from there. Yuri wants to cast a spell for once. Okay. Tarth, what do you vote for? Brown Wolf, what do you guys vote for? We do have a majority. But the question is that what you guys want to do? I'll just move myself just down just a little bit. There we go. Pick now. We got like about a minute left. What's it going to be, everyone? We're almost there. Up 2 minutes. There we go. Okay. You have decided to go to the store. Very simple. Okay. You, FIPO decides to, go into the store. You walk in expecting just like an ordinary person standing at the register. But no. You find the following. You find a sentient red car. There we go. And then I'll just put a little windscreen here. No. There we go. And then let's give it a big dopey smile right here. And then, oh, it needs tires. This looks like a sentient sedan of some kind. Alright, now let's put those all in one layer. There we go. Merge layers. It looks like a sentient tetroid. Well, okay, you walk in and there is a sentient car behind the desk, and the car says, "Hello there! Are you here to sample our spaghetti? We are running a special on it today, but only if you brought the scallops to pay for it." You are taken aback and confused by why would a sentient car be in a building. And as you look outside, you find that there are people on all fours in the parking lot that weren't there before, who are now on all hands and all fours, standing on the just resting inside of like this. Here we go. Resting in each parking space. You see that there are other cars inside of this place where they're walking around. You find this a bit disturbing because you realize how large the people are here. Now, what do you decide to do while you're inside of the shop? Okay, the shop has sentient cars inside. The parking lot now has large people crouched down in the parking spaces. What do you do? Run away in confusion. Try to buy something. Ask for a job. Ask directions. Rob the store. There we go. Five choices on the board right now. Did we? After through action, we were overdosing on them drugs. I thought we suggested, we guys picked a batshit one. That's for a job at the 24/7. What the hell? Oh my god, everyone is voting that one. What the hell? What the hell, guys? And Yuri voted to rob the store. You gotta be kidding. You're such a fucking gremlin. It is the beginning of 2026. The market is going crazy. People need jobs. We must establish an income if we are to survive. Okay. Okay. Whatever, guys. Whatever. Responsible gremlin. I am the only pure, unadulterated chaos at the right moments. Yes, you choose to rob the store. Yeah. Responsibility incarnate, aren't you? Okay, it's already been 2 minutes. Alright, you chose to ask for a job at the 24/7 run by sentient cars. You ask the manager, or you ask the guy at the front desk if whose name is Ted the car, if you can have a job. And the car says that they need a courier. They need someone to make deliveries of some of their essential products. You ask, what essential products from a convenience store? Ted is like, yes, you see, we are an arms and armor merchant, as well as selling Slurpees or selling slushies, as well, and snacks and all kinds of stuff like that, as well, and alcohol. But we also sell like heavy duty artillery pieces as well. Anyway, we need you to deliver and hang on a second. Actually, no, I'll do it this way. We need you to deliver a Fletcher-class destroyer to its mommy and daddy. It's you see this destroyer, which as you look out the window, there is indeed a Fletcher-class destroyer parked outside. In a little kiddie pool that's the size big enough to handle a several hundred feet long destroyer. Anyway, oh, I better put some eyes on it. And a little mouth too. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's Flanagan, the Fletcher-class destroyer. Now, they say that they need you to deliver it to the middle of the desert. And that's where its parents are waiting for it. So, what are you going to do with a baby Fletcher-class destroyer, and how are you going to get it to a desert? Okay. You are hired as a courier by the 24/7 convenience store. Your task is to deliver a a baby Fletcher-class destroyer to its parents out in the middle of a desert. What do you do? Decline the mission. Sorry, decline the mission and quit, I should say. Decline the mission and quit. Accept. Ask for something else. And cast a spell. Bam. Okay, 4 choices on the clock. And you see, it's such a young Fletcher-class destroyer. It doesn't even have its turrets or torpedo launchers yet. That's how young it is. But once it grows up, it'll develop its turrets and torpedo launchers. You wanted bat shit. This is bat shit, okay? I think we have 2 votes for accept, but we need some more votes to get a good reading. Tarth, what do you think? Should we escort the Fletcher-class destroyer to the middle of the desert? We have 1 minute left on the clock before we close the poll. And we're at 2 minutes. Okay. You have decided to escort a destroyer to a desert. Okay, everybody. You accept the quest, and Ted takes you out back to the little giant-sized kiddie pool that the Fletcher-class destroyer is in. He says, okay, there it is. Here's a map where you gotta go. And you open the map, and it's a coloring book. So your map is a coloring book. Your destination is the desert. And your cargo is a sentient but baby Fletcher-class destroyer. And Ted says, okay, Have it by yesterday night, and you'll be on time. Bye-bye. So, you go over to Flanagan, you go over to the Fletcher-class destroyer. Let me get rid of some of these things here. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Now, where is the... Where did I put that thing? Oh, that's where it is. Okay, you go over to the Fletcher-class destroyer, and it says... Oh, hi there! I'm Flanagan! My keel was laid down tomorrow! That's how young I am! Are you here to take me to my mommy and daddy? You say yes, and, ask how it got here. Oh, you see, I had one rum too many, and I woke up out behind a 24/7. You can surely relate to waking up outside of the convenience store to getting drunk, can't you? And you're like, I suppose. You see, you give it the coloring book and ask it to point where its mommy and daddy is, and it says, listen, if I knew that, I wouldn't be lost, would I? So the Scottish Fletcher-class destroyer, named Flanagan, is like, yeah, I have no clue. I'm just a baby. You are responsible for me now, both ethically and legally. So you are now escorting a Fletcher-class destroyer. And you now have to figure out which way to go. Get it? You're escorting a destroyer. You're a destroyer escort. Hey! Okay, you are now a destroyer escort, but your only map is a coloring book. Oh, actually, I should probably give more information than this. You open the coloring book. You open the coloring book and try to find a place. You realize it is a map book that is also a coloring book. Try to make sense of that. Anyway, you are going to roll a skill check to see if you can make heads or tails of this thing. And, boop, 6. 6 plus what? 4. You realize, okay, you look for deserts, like things having to do with deserts, and you realize that the desert is actually in the sky. There is indeed a desert all the way in the sky that somehow you're going to have to fly up to in order to get the destroyer to its parents. So let me just draw that now. The sky desert, we'll call it. Can you tell I've been watching a lot of Tig Tone? I love that show so much. Okay, so we had map coloring books in school. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, screw gravity. Okay, so, but your destination is the upside down desert in the sky. What do you do? Okay, try jumping and asking it for uppies. Throw the Fletcher class destroyer. Or sorry, I should say try throwing. Pretend you are an airplane that can carry the boat to the sky desert. And 4, cast a spell. Here we go. 4 options on the board. Vote now. 1 is try jumping and asking it for uppies. We use the ship to swim up through the blue sea that divides us from the desert. Huh. That's like some Ren and Stimpy logic. But not but I really need to start putting an other option in these. I might categorize that as 3. I'm going to put that at 1 as 3. Yeah, I'm going to classify that as 3. All right. We have Tarth, Brown Wolf. What do you guys want to do? We have about a minute left. And we're almost there. Okay, 2 minutes are up. Alright. You have decided to pretend you are an airplane that can carry the boat to the sky desert. We're going to roll a skill check to see if that even goes through. You start pretending to be a airplane. 12. Plus skill of 4. 16. Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. I have to destroy to destroy the distance. I mean, where was I? Ah, yes, okay. Would this skill be acting? Possibly. Hang on, I gotta move this thing. Alright. Now, where is FIPO? There's FIPO. You start, you put your fins over your eyes and make them look like aviator goggles, like, meow, meow, meow. You start running around the asphalt parking lot like you're an airplane, and Flanagan's like, oh, I want to do that too. That looks like fun. And so Flanagan starts like, yep, 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 yep. And you both kind of, dorkishly start running around with your eyes, with your hands like goggles over your eyes, running around pretending to be an airplane. Now, I'm going to roll to see if the sky is impressed with you. 18. The sky is like... Actually, I better give the sky googly eyes now. Hang on. The sky grows a face and it starts talking to you. Just a moment. Alright. Okay. The sky looks at you and is like, what are you two doing? You explain that you're trying to become an airplane so you can fly this destroyer back to its home in the desert in the sky. And this guy's like, I didn't know you were in an airplane. Are you sure about that? You don't look like an airplane to me. Now, you need to bluff to the sky that you're an airplane. So, we're going to roll for that. Alright. Rolling. Boop. And boop. 18, baby! Let's go. 18 plus 4. And the sky's going to roll to see if it... The sky rolled a 6. The sky's like, oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. Okay, yeah, I didn't realize you were an airplane. Here, okay. You then turn into a giant, cartoonishly large airplane that is big enough to carry the destroyer. I don't have that would take a moment to draw, but I'm going to make FIPO super big. Uh-oh. Oh, don't crash on me. Oh, don't crash on me. No. Ah! Ah! Okay, you turn into this giant airplane, and you tell Flanagan to get on, and Flanagan's like, oh, you don't have to tell me twice. So you and Flanagan start flying, but you've never been in an airplane before. So here's the problem. You need to learn how to fly as a fish. You are a flying fish destroyer escort. Anyway, so you and Flanagan are now flying around in the sky, and I'm going to roll a skill check to see if you do a good job. Rolling. Ooh. So that's a 12. You're doing a mediocre job. You're like, and Flanagan's like, hold steady. I can't reach the desert if you keep adjusting around. And like, I've never been an airplane before. Sorry. What do you, and Flanagan is like, what do you mean? You have always been an airplane, he says. Or they say, Flying Fish Destroyer Escort sounds like the name of an anime. And the fish points at the sky, and you're like, yes, of course. So you start trying to flip upside down to land on the upside down desert, and you realize that the desert has gravity of its own if you're upside down. So the gravitational force of the desert only applies to you if you flip yourself upside down. So now you have to land on the upside down desert in the sky. So let's roll your skill check to see if you're able to do it. Rolling, start, and boop, 9 plus 4. Let's see a DC. Oh, hey, you made it. Okay, so working carefully, you're able to land on the floating desert in the sky, but there's a problem now. There's a big problem. You are still a giant airplane. And Flanagan says, hey, so I know we're supposed to go to the desert, but this isn't where my house is in the desert, you know? And you're also stuck like an airplane. Okay, so you are in the desert indeed, but not at the right spot. Also, you're stuck as an airplane, it seems. What do you do? Call the sky over and explain that you aren't a plane after all. Vibe with being a plane and look for the destroyer's house. Cast a spell. Call the sky and lie that you are actually an interstellar spaceship. Okay. 4 choices on the board. You know what? Just for a better thumbnail, I'm actually going to put this thing up here. Hang on. No, not that one. Just so we can appreciate how crazy and out of context this whole thing is. Guys, just take a look at the story we have woven together. Just take a moment to appreciate the canvas of our creation together. Just, chef's kiss. I mean, try explaining this out of context. If this isn't bad shit, I don't know what is. Anyway, we're coming up on 2 minutes. Looks like we're, okay, we're vibing with being a plane. It looks like that's the popular choice right now. I can't wait to see how Beck draws the thumbnail for this video. Anyway. Okay, we're at 2 minutes. We're at 2 minutes. Okay. Alright. You decide to vibe with being a plane and look for the destroyer's house. Alright. Okay. That means, okay, I'll put the car away because he's inside the shop. So now you and Fipo and Flanagan, the Fletcher-class destroyer, you guys both start flying around upside down so that the gravity of the upside down sky desert will still pull you down. Pull you up. Well, up, down. Or down, up. Up, down. Yeah, it's up, down. Because you have gone up to go down. Yes, of course. Now, you will need to roll a skill check to find their place. So we're rolling. Boop. And stop. 6 plus 4, 10. You fly around, but you can't find where it is. And the destroyer is like, wait, wow, where's my mommy and daddy? I need my house. I need my pet submarine. And you're realizing, okay, even though you're flying around, you have no idea what the house looks like. You ask the destroyer to describe the house. Oh, I live in a naval yard inside the desert. You can't miss it once you're right upon it. You tell the destroyer that doesn't make sense. And the destroyer says, sense? We don't even use that kind of currency here. Of course it doesn't make sense. That would be counterfeit. You kept making sense. That's such an ignoble thing to do. You're not allowed to do that. Only the government's allowed to make sense. Otherwise, it's counterfeit. Meh. Anyway, you're flying around, trying to find a naval yard in the middle of a desert, in the sky, upside down, above a convenience store. And you're realizing, okay, sense as a currency, that is kind of deep. I was making the pun on sense, but okay. So you leave the convenience store area behind, and you reach a place where it starts to get green under you. But then, and you look again for some more to see if you find the house, but it's just not working. Well, roll, boop, 17 plus 4. You find a naval yard in the desert, but what you didn't anticipate is that the naval yard is not just located in the desert, it's inside the desert, which means it's underground, upside down in the sky. So you ask Flanagan, the Fletcher-class destroyer, how in the heck are we supposed to get underground in this desert in the sky, upside down? Okay, and the Fletcher shrugs and says, you're the escort. So, how do we go underground, upside down, in a desert in the sky to the underground desert naval yard? Start digging with your landing gear. Start attacking the ground. Look for an entrance. Cast a spell. Ask the ground to open up. Alright. I forgot, this is actually kind of exhausting to do. Especially, we need to persuade every grain of sand to move. Oh my god. I take the desert, add extra sauce of the snakes in the desert, and smash the dessert, and put the baby destroyer into their home in the center of the now smashed cake. Wow. Well, thank you for the first time chat, Luna. I'll talk to you after stream, too. As you can see, Twitch plays D&D gets really weird, especially the batshit adventures, which I can't do as long as the ordinary ones, because these ones are actually take a lot of energy out of me to do. These ones tend to be a lot shorter. Alright, we have 2 votes to ask the ground to open up. Alright, is anyone else gonna vote? Add extra S. Oh, extra S because of the snakes. I got you. Hey, there's no problem with that. Luna's saying, I'm not as good with D&D stuff, but I understand TTRPG games, and I love Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Hey, good for you, good for you. Make way for the Destroyer. Oh, Spiper, I can hug you. You have set me up for a great joke. Okay. You have decided to ask the ground to open up. So, you try to persuade the ground to open up to let yourself into the underground desert, the upside-down underground desert naval yard. Yes. The quality outweighs the quantity. Thank you, Mo. I try. I really do. Even if sometimes I get too tired to do anything. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes. In the upside-down sky desert. Yes. Hydrate. Yeah, okay. Okay. I hydrated for you. So, you ask the desert to please open up. Boop. 6 plus 4. The desert, it notices you. Holy crap, it rolled a 4. Okay. And it asks, are you a god? Okay, now, you need to be very careful about how we respond. The desert has asked, are you a god? How do you respond? Hang on. Say yes, say no, say maybe, make something else up entirely, cast a spell, other. I'm gonna start adding others to these polls. We are if you want us to be. Yuri, are you suggesting that you flirt with an upside-down sky desert? I think Spiper is the only person in my regulars who actually has a brain, because Spiper tends to go for the most logical and most, like, sane and sensible of all choices. Yuri is like the polar opposite, who always wants to go full gremlin chaos. Oh my god. Just try and recapitulate what this adventure has been about. Oh my god. Okay, we're deadlocked. We need a tiebreaker vote, everybody. We're already at 1 minute, and we are deadlocked between say yes, make up something else entirely, and cast a spell. So we need someone to break our deadlock. What's it gonna be, everybody? What's it gonna be? Oh, Brown Wolf is tipping the scales. It looks like, oh, we're at 2 minutes. So you say yes. Alright. Alright. You've chosen to say yes. Oh, I'm glad you like it. It's just some stock copyright-free music I found online, but I'm glad you like it. Anyway, so where were we? We were on the upside-down desert in the sky. Right. So as the desert asks you if you're a god, you say, yes. I am Fipo the Goldfish. I have traversed the Narshal speaker dimension. I have fought against reality. I have even seen worlds made of math, and even done drugs behind a convenience store. But I wasn't alive when that happened. Anyway, I am very much a form of one, and I am here to return this destroyer to its parents in the naval yard beneath your sands. Will you kindly open up so we can complete this quest? The desert's like, I don't wanna. I just had my coffee. I don't wanna open up. No. And Flanagan's like, oi! You lip dick tatty! I need to get to my family. I missed my pet destroyer. I missed my mommy and my daddy. You gotta let me in. And the kid is like, I don't wanna. But, I mean, if you are a god, then, I mean, like, I could. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm retconning that. That is the voice. It's like Lumpy Space Princess, but with that sizzle, that type of thing. So I'm going to roll to see if it buys your story. 17. And we're going to see if your bluff works. So rolling, 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 stop. 14, 18. Okay, you beat it by 1 point. You rolled an 8, a 14 plus 8, and you beat it 17. So it believes that you are a god. And it's like, okay, and you start saying, you know, hey, you better let this destroyer through, or else you'll be punished. And there's like, what? What do you mean punished? And you say, well, if you don't do as we say, we are going to gentrify you. There will be a Starbucks. There will be all kinds of parking lots. There will be so much habitat destruction that there will be no identity left of the desert. There will be chain stores everywhere, overpriced apartments everywhere that has nobody living inside of them. All the natural wildlife and vegetation will be gone underneath a lame, easy to flip real estate mold that everyone follows and nobody likes. Do this, or you will become the next California. Now, I'm gonna roll with advantage for that one because have you seen how like every town in California is pretty much the same these days? Yuri, you can't tell me Cali isn't that bad. But there's well, we need to bluff them somehow. Rolling 1 is a 12. Roll 2 is an 18. And it's rolling with a 12. You beat it. Like, even though there's a parking lot that has 3 Starbucks in it. Oh my god. Ouch. A parking lot with 3 Starbucks in it. I need to see a picture of that shit. I need to see a picture of that. I mean, talk about market saturation. 1 actual store, 1 in a grocery store, and 1 in a Target. Oh my god. What, do they share a manager or something? I don't know. Anyway, the desert is scared like, no! My biosphere! My biome, my natural identity, my natural beauty. It will ruin my modeling career if I'm just a bunch of mini malls and apartment buildings. No! Okay, the desert opens up a big hole, and at the bottom of the hole, at the bottom of the hole, in the upside down desert, in the desert that's upside down in the sky. In the world of talking vehicles is water where there is a naval yard. You see 2 more destroyers down there who are saying, son, we miss you. Come back to us. And Flanagan, the Fletcher class destroyer, says, thank you, Filippo. I will never forget what you've done for me today. Here, I want to give you something that's near and dear to my heart. And he gives you a live torpedo. This is my first torpedo. It is very precious to me. Use it well. If you need to escape this stupid place, make sure to use it wisely. I need to actually... Boop. And create clipping mask. We'll make sure it has a red tip. You guys ever watch Boba Bobo? Kind of like that. Alright, and then we will take this and we'll give it the stabilizers that it needs. Actually, it does not need... Wait, hold on. Release cooking mask, yes. or something like that. Okay, there is the gifted torpedo. The destroyer crawls down the hull in the desert, in the upside down, or in the upside down desert in the sky, riding a rocket. California being hell is always funny enough, but threatening to turn something into the next one, that's funny in three different ways. Okay, so the desert clams up, and you have succeeded in your quest. Okay, you are still an airplane, but you have in the upside down sky desert, but you finished your quest and have a torpedo now. What do you do? Fly back and ask for a way home from the 24/7 shop. Drop the torpedo on the shop. Fly someplace else. Cast a spell. What's it gonna be, everybody? What's it gonna be? Well, I mean, it's one of the batch adventures. These are always like a one-off thing, so... Wow, you guys are suddenly being really, really sensible. Okay, we can do that. You notice how chat gets really serious when it's all about getting paid? Yeah. Alright, I think we have like a majority for this already, even after 1 minute. So, okay. You have decided to fly back. Cancel. Just cancel. Just give me that. Give me. Just take me there. Thank you. Alright, you fly back to the 24/7 convenience store with your newfound torpedo. You are now wielding a live torpedo. There we go. Now, the desert disappears because it's no longer story relevant. And you arrive back at the, No, not that one. Where is it? There it is. Oh, wait, no. Better yet. Hey, guys, look! It's California! One giant parking lot. Anyway. Hey, you know, Mo, that's a great question. Is it live or alive? It's live. It'll blow up. Okay. So you go back to the parking lot. And where is Ted? And you request that from Ted your pay because you say, hey, yeah, you went there. And Ted says, oh, but don't you know? The real salary was the friends you made along the way. And isn't friendship the best payment of all? Okay, so Ted the car is trying to compensate you with the friends we made along the way stuff. What do you do? Fight? Accept it? Leave in a huff? Oh, sorry. Fight, accept it. Ask for another job that pays money. Okay. And now everyone wants to detonate the torpedo. Because they got stiffed by the talking car when they... Okay. Chad is an airplane right now, and they want to detonate a torpedo from in a convenience store after they were being stiffed on a job to escort a Fletcher-class destroyer to an upside-down desert in the sky to the naval yard in the desert, beneath the desert. We have made this up somehow. Oh my god. Okay, I think we might have, how many votes we got? We got 3 votes. Anyone else? I wish I had more energy to do this more often. Oh god. Okay. We're coming up on 2 minutes. We're gonna finish there. Fire in the store. Alright, you've decided to detonate the torpedo! Alright, you tell Ted that stiffing your employee is not only illegal, but also a bad idea. And you point the torpedo at him. Ted's like, hey, what are you gonna do? Are you about to rob a convenience store with a torpedo? And Fibo says, maybe. What's gonna happen, huh? Am I gonna get paid? Am I gonna get paid, or am I gonna get paid for doing my job, or am I gonna be paid, or are we fighting with a torpedo? What are we doing, huh? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And Ted's like, whoa, take it easy, then. Whoa. I don't have any torpedoes, so I can't fight back. I'm defenseless. And Fibo's like, yeah, I know. That's why I want my money. You give my money. You paid me to escort a kid home, but now I need my money so I can go home. And Ted the car says, but friendship is the valuable currency. You can literally kill gods with the power of friendship. Why is that not satisfactory? And Fipo's like, dude, you can kill gods with friendship, but you sure as hell can't pay taxes with it. And Ted's like, you can't? And you say, nope. The pic of Fipo aiming the torpedo, looking so done with this. And just for giggles, we'll say that you've turned back into a goldfish now because you're inside the store. The sky can't see you anymore, which means you've turned back into a fish, because as long as the sky sees you, you are the plane that you believe, that you convinced it that you are. So you're only a plane while the sky can see you. If the sky can see you, you turn into a plane. If you go inside the store, you turn back into a fish. We'll say that. That's a lot funnier. Anyway, you're pointing the torpedo at Ted, the manager who stiffed you on your paycheck by only paying you in friendship instead of money. The sky is an orc! Hell yeah! Whoa! Anyway, you're gonna roll with advantage because you are now sticking up a convenience store with a torpedo. Rolling once, nat 20. Rolling twice, 15. Your nat 20 wins the day as you stick up a convenience store. The Ted says, dang, okay, fine. You normies are always so plutocratic. Fine, I'll open up the portal and get you out of my dimension. You jeez. You lower your torpedo for a moment, and you're like, what? What do you mean? Or wait. There. You lower the torpedo for a second, like, wait, what do you mean? And Ted says, yeah, I brought you here for a magical adventure so that you can learn the power of friendship, okay? You're gonna need it when you fight a god later on. And you re-raise the torpedo at him, and you say, look, man, you're gonna need to start making some sense here. Ted the car says, okay, you want to know why you've been going all these weird places? Torpedo up the tailpipe. This asshole doesn't deserve a torpedo. I'm saving my torpedo for marriage. Oh my god, I love my job. I fucking love my job. Oh my god. I'm saving my torpedo for marriage. If you want pictures of my torpedo, you have to go to my only subs. What explosive marriage! God, I love my job. Oh my god. Okay, where the fuck were we? All right, you were sticking up a convenience store with a torpedo. And the ceremony hall and in the bedroom. Anyway, where the hell were we? Okay, Ted says, look, somehow, someway, you are destined to kill the malevolent deity that rules over the multiverse. Me and a bunch of other people are trying to teach you a bunch of important lessons and help get you ready to fight the craziness that is to come. You start saying, look, I didn't sign up for this. And Ted cuts you off saying, no one signs up for a prophecy, dingus. That's how it works. Okay, just tell me this. If you say friends are valuable, I'll let you go back to where you came from, okay? You can go home, all right? Just get that torpedo away from me. Okay. Do you say friends are valuable? Yes. No. Other. Vote 1. Imagine wielding a torpedo at someone. The thing that weighs well over 1,000 pounds. Just holding it at someone like it's a freaking gun, which it isn't. Prophecy applies determinism, which is not the case here. What are you talking about, Emo? You guys determine what you're gonna do all the time. Ayy! No, but seriously. Prophecy implies determinism. Yeah. Okay, we have 2 votes for that. Are there any opposed? This is probably gonna be our last poll for the night, because doing all this batshit stuff kind of makes me tired. Also, I tend to end up reaching a conclusion faster than I intend to. Well, I guess that's how you guys know. You guys know I'm not giving you a bunch of filler arcs. Also, I am not a fan of like tournament arcs in anime. Every time I see a tournament come out, I'm like, oh god, not this. I don't know if I've ever enjoyed a tournament arc. Even when I was watching Kerberfer's Tome on Newgrounds, I wasn't into that tournament arc. And also, if you know what Tome is, I fucking love you. If you know what that is, I love you. Because that is a really, really bone-deep cut. Really old. Like an old Flash, like, anime, practically. And it even has a conclusion, which is not common. And then he started to remake it later, but whatever. Okay. It was made when Kerberfer was, like, in high school and stuff, but I think that's right. Anyway. Where were we? Okay, Okay. Yeah, we'll finish the poll here. Okay, you decided to say yes. You say, friends are valuable. And Ted the car's like, oh, thank God. Okay, fine, I'll send you back. Just get the torpedo out of my face, man. And people's like, dude, send me back. And it gets out of your face anyway. And Ted the car's like, fine. Alakazam! The world melts away into an inky blackness. And you find yourself back in your bed. With that, we're going to end our adventure here. Because, I don't know about you, but doing this takes a lot out of me. Like, I might be kind of laughing and joking, but as soon as I hit that button, I'm going to be, like, destroyed and tired as hell. So, anyways, everybody, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who came out to play, to play Twitch Plays D&D with us. I want to attempt to stream more often. I'd like to try, next week, to try and do 3 streams a week. I hope I can pull it off and I don't get too tired, but we'll just have to see. Though I do have a lot of appointments next week. Maybe I won't be able to do it that week. Either way, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you to everyone, and let's find someone to raid. Let's find someone to raid. Okay, Stream Manager, let's go there. La-di-da-di-da. Let's go to Raid Channel. And no, I am not plugging Raid Shadow Engines. So someone I know, because otherwise, because I hear that people get made uncomfortable if you raid them, they don't know you. Okay. We got Cosmic Durg. Sure, why not? Oh, wait, no. Korthland only has 1 viewer. Let's go raid Korthland. They need the support. Korthland only has 1 viewer. Cosmic Durg has like 10 viewers. Let's raid Korthland. They could use the support. Yeah, and they've already been going like 2 hours. Okay. Start the raid. No problem, Sniper, no problem. Alright, everyone, get ready to raid. Oh, and, here's our raid message. Greetings from the upside down Sky Desert Naval Base. Sky Desert Underground Naval Base. We bring torpedoes in peace. Okay, everyone copy that and get ready to post it when we arrive, okay? Greetings from the New California. No, they're going to think it's Fallout then. If you say that, they're going to think it's Fallout. They're going to think you're talking about the NCR. Okay, everyone, we're about to raid. So, everyone copy the message and get ready to post it, okay? Raiding in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, raid.